We're both gonna throw the Lucidex Moonshine Special Agent, Carter's signature disc. So let's see who can get it closer. All right guys, welcome back to the practice round. This week we are at Emporia Country Club. I'm joined by Team Dynamic Disc member Carter Ahrens, and we're gonna attack the Emporia Country Club. Let's get it. All right, hole one. As many of you may know, we got the big bush on the right-hand side and we got the road also on the right-hand side. So me and Carter are more than likely just gonna take a big hyzer over top of the tree and kind of fade back into the fairway. And that's really the biggest variable is if you get a shot kind of going flat to hyzer over the bush, you're gonna fade back in the fairway and have a good shot on this par 5. I might hit him. So yeah, that's kind of right in the middle of the fairway, kind of a good spot to land.
Yeah.
We're both bombing these Raiders too. Raider bros.
Get left.
Yeah. Good shot.
Wow.
And kind of, I feel like the more you carry over the road, the less you bring in the left-hand OB. So I'm really just trying to like carry over the road for a split second and then hyzer back. Because you don't want to favor too far left of the bush because then you'll bring that OB into play. See, that's over the road, it's still gonna be great.
Yeah, it's a good spot.
Yep. That one's gonna be a second shot forehand type of deal. There you go.
Same exact spot. Consistent.
Yeah. All right, so me and Carter both threw my Lucid Raider kind of in a similar spot. So this is gonna be the landing zone for a lot of the top players. And the second shot, you got OB on the left-hand side, and I'm in the middle of the fairway, didn't really bring the OB left into play too much. But if I go right-hand side, I have a little more tree trouble, and I'm gonna have to throw a sidearm, which I'm gonna throw a sidearm either way, so it really doesn't matter for me which side of the fairway I'm on. But I'm just gonna take a shot kind of over this left-hand side OB and just kind of fade back into the middle of the fairway. That was a little too much flip, but it might be back, might come back. Nope. All right, so I just flipped that one. I'm gonna try one more. That one was just, the crosswind kind of pushed more than I expected it to, so I'm just gonna change my aiming point to a little bit straighter and let the wind push it. So yeah, there we go. So that's the only difference I'm gonna make on that shot is just, instead of hanging it out wide, let the wind push it into the tree, I kind of started a little bit further right and played the wind better. Carter's just gonna do a big hyzer over the top. I think that's definitely a good play.
Just same shot as the first one.
Yeah, two shots in a row and you're in the landing zone for a good third shot.
Get left. Oh, right into the bush. Throw over it. There you go.
There you go.
I did it.
All right, takes us to the third shot on this par 5. I'm pretty much just gonna pick a spot in the air that I really wanna hit because it's a lot of open space and we got a green short. So that's really the big two variables. Hit my line in the air and make sure to get past this green that's up there. So I'm gonna throw a pretty overstable disc. This is gonna kind of go up and kind of spike down. So it's just kind of a distance control shot to make sure I get over this green. So let's rip one here. So I hit short on the green. I'm gonna try one more. So it's a good result, but I just don't want to be hitting on the green like that. So I'm gonna throw it a little further, so that way I don't bring the green into play. That's better. So that one's not gonna hit the green. It's just gonna kind of spike left. So that's a way better shot. So the first one hit the green and had the chance of spiking and sticking OB, and the second shot I just kind of threw it higher and just took the green completely out of play, and that's the safe play.
I just got these special agents. They're really good for these like 300-foot shots. So just like try to go just past the green area, then it should be perfect.
Yeah, good shot, bud. Money. Yep, perfect.
Right under the tree.
What'd you say?
It's right under that branch.
Oh no, you're good. Good shot. There you go.
Get up. Oh, that's sad.
All right, so yeah, this one hit this green, and the second one I threw was long, but it just completely took away this OB because I don't want to even have the chance of spiking in the green. Hole 2, 745, par 4. We got OB on the left-hand side, and we're dealing with the tailwind today. And really, my main focus on this hole is just focusing on keeping my disc on basically a turnover angle the entire way through its flight. I'm not trying to get distance. We throw far enough, you can just keep it on that one angle and just kind of almost burn it over. I'm fine with just a burn over because it just guarantees a safe landing zone. You're not going to be going out of bounds. If you're trying to get max distance, you risk hyzering out and going OB. Yeah, you may get an extra 50 feet, but that doesn't do any good. I'm really just trying to throw it 450 down the middle with some slight turn just to make sure I'm safe. So I just want to go over the OB with Annie the whole way. I'm just kind of thinking that's really my main focus. And then my disc is going to continue to turn. So that's pretty much it. Keep it out there. It's not the farthest shot, but that's pretty much what I'm looking for. I don't really want to go for distance. It's just an Annie shot, really. So it's kind of started on that angle, Annie angle, and just try to keep it on that one angle. Just think about that the entire way. Yeah, that's good. Yep, that's money. Hyzed out a little bit, but still kept that Annie. That's perfect. And even more, you can throw I'll show you this. So I'm just gonna throw a flippy distance driver just to show you. But I'm fine with it just even turning all the way over, almost cut rolling. Not cut rolling, but just keeping that Annie the whole way. See how it's just, there's no way that's going out of bounds.
Yeah.
You know, because my disc is flying inbounds the entire way. Because shot like this, it really doesn't matter. If I go throw it an extra, and it's fine, it's great, it makes the shot easier. But it really, if I throw it 50 feet further that way and risk going out of bounds, it's just not really worth it. So over there is a really good landing spot. Mm-hmm. Just in front of that bush, and that means your disc is flying on Annie the whole way away from the out of bounds, you know? Yeah, so that's really what I'm thinking about.
I'm too short for this. Okay. Should skip. That's good.
Kind of walk over here. I did bring this bush a little bit into play, but I really like favoring this right-hand side because there's no out of bounds over here. And so just holding that Annie gets you in a nice landing zone. And so I'll throw one from here. Oh, that's a little too high, but not bad. I'll throw one from up here now. So if I go up here, I'm not next to the bush, so I can just throw a little bit of a standstill. That one I was kind of cut off by the bush, so. Yeah, that was a little better. Kind of hyzer around the OP and just kind of should be about 20 feet away or so. Yeah, nice shot. Heck yeah.
Oh, that is it.
What disc was that?
An Auti.
Nice.
Yeah.
Is it forehand, your good forehand disc?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just has so much glide.
Right. This hole, yeah, it's a lot about the drive, landing safe, and giving yourself a chance for birdie inside the circle. He parked it, I got two 20-footers. If you make circle one putts, throw it inside the circle, that's the name of the game. Cool. All right, hole 3, 466 downhill, par 3, and I'm gonna be going with the sidearm. I think Carter's gonna be going up the gut and showing you the straight at it route. But for me, I'm throwing forehand drive. I'm just gonna throw a disc that the type of sidearm that kind of goes out, glides, and then fades a little bit at the end. I don't want it to be dumping at the end because you still need to get distance since it's 466. So I'm just gonna throw a long forehand hyzer. It doesn't spike, it just glides out till the very end. So yeah, that should be circle's edge, maybe a little wide, which is okay. Favor the wide side since there's OB to the right.
It just seems so much easier.
What?
I wish I had the power like that for a forehand.
Yeah, I mean, that's the backhand's not too bad either. It's a pretty good gap.
Get up.
Perfect line. I like it low like that, because then nothing can happen too much.
Yeah.
If you throw it higher you throw it, the more it can either hyzer out or turn over. There we go, that's better. So that's gonna skip a little bit further right than the first one. So probably circles edge again, which is okay.
Yeah, let's see if I have that.
I'll try your route, Carter, up the middle.
Come on. Too much Annie.
Pretty good. You throw them, yeah, throw the mid.
Yeah.
It's probably, because then you're not going to worry about going deep. Yeah, I like that a lot.
That thing's
Oh, I think
stable.
you keep flipping, wow.
Yeah, that's a warship.
I liked it. I like shots like this, where you can throw it as hard as you can and not worry about going OB. Like if you throw a driver, you can throw it really hard, you can go OB long. Whereas a mid-range, you're either going to be short with a putt or you're going to be right by the basket.
Yeah,
so
no
that's
danger.
a distance control thing. Like if you can, like this is 460, but it only plays like 420, and you can throw a mid-range 420.
Yeah.
You know.
How do you putt this far? I have to throw it. It's kind of sad.
All right, so do your normal shot. Okay. So
I'll
for
go
me,
grab a
really,
putter.
yeah, you're good. So it's really about, I'm thinking about basically when I'm like this, and this is the beauty of this, and when you can putt it, is you can actually give it a run, but not have it go too far past, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm trying to kind of extend my arm. So the first thing I'm thinking about is extending my arm to get the line, and then snapping the wrist to get the spin. So that if you can pair those two together, the people that do that really well are the ones like Gannon and Paul are really good at that. And then you get a lot of spin and you can make more. Obviously you're not gonna make them all, but it gives you a better percentage. So I'm gonna try to do like throw my arm to get the line and then snap my wrist. So I didn't make it, but I gave myself a chance. You see that? Yeah. And so my arm kind of went at the basket, and then my spin to keep it straight came from my wrist. So that's something to practice. Yeah, so kind of just focus on extending your arm, and then once it's fully extended, then snap your wrist. Yeah.
Oh, I can get there now.
So it's gonna take a little bit, but just kind of like, but if I snap my wrist early, like that, before my arm goes through, I'm not gonna have any pop like that.
Yeah.
But this is gonna be the right way. I'm arm, and then boom. See how much more pop that has? And then you can just tone in the angles you want.
Yeah.
So that's a good way to get spin. And then whatever arm angle you give your arm, that's where your putter's gonna fly. Yeah. You know? So if you go hyzer with the arm, or hyzer angle, and then snap your wrist on that angle, that's your putter's gonna come out hyzer. So that should help. Oh. See, like the mid-range doesn't really have a chance to go too far if you throw it pretty firm, you know what I mean? I mean, you could if you really tried to, but you'd have to really be trying to do it, you know? If you're just throwing a smooth shot, you're not gonna like go OB. And I like to go to spots where like I'm probably gonna land. Like for me, I putt a lot over there because that's where my sidearms land, you know? But if you're throwing backhand and you're on a practice basket, I would land, you know, probably putt from 30, 40 feet away because that's what's gonna probably happen in the tournament. Yeah. You know, versus me, I'm throwing the sidearm, so a lot of my shots land over here. So my practice spot is over here because that's where I'm commonly gonna land. You know, so I just kind of try to dial in the putt from here. And, you know, so that's kind of like my mindset with that. So you can kind of just get the feel for it. Yeah. So every basket, I kind of think of that. Like, all right, where's my sweet spot? And then take some reps from there. All right, hole 4, 433, par 3 over OB green on the left-hand side. So I'm gonna be throwing a forehand. Carter's probably gonna be throwing show you the Annie backhand with like a mid or a fairway. But I'm just thinking about this green. And so I want to keep my forehand up pretty high. So I'm kind of aiming at the top of those trees just to make sure my disc is up high over the OB, so I'm not bringing the OB into play too much. So Once again, it's just gonna be a one angle shot where I'm keeping my disc on hyzer pretty much the whole way. Maybe a little bit of flex. So hyzer the whole way and should just kind of glide over the green and not really bring it into play. Yeah. So I just try to keep it simple, one angle. That's, you know, for me, with the power that I have, I'm able to have the luxury to do that. So the car's gonna look like it's gonna go inside the tree, just up the gut.
Get around it.
Oh, you went outside the tree, nice.
You throw a flippier thing.
Yeah, you throwing a mid?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just kind of try to hug the tree line a little bit.
Oh my.
Do you have another flippy mid?
Yeah.
It's kind of like that one hole where I want to see you throw it on just one angle, because one angle is so much more consistently controllable. So I'll kind of show you. So I'm just going to kind of start my shot just to show Carter something that he can work on. Start at that flag almost with an Annie and just keep it dragging right the whole way. So I'll kind of show you. Just throw an Annie at that flag with angle, and it's gonna, your mid-range should turn if it's flippy enough. So a little bit, I pulled it a little bit inside, but should work out a little bit. So I pulled it a little bit inside, but I kept it on that nice Annie angle the whole way. And that's kind of what I think will help him on this hole. So you have to kind of aim at that flag over top of it and just keep it turned the whole way, and it should glide. Yeah, even wider. Good shot though. Yeah.
Yeah, that's always my mistake. I just need
early.
I just need to trust my disc.
Yeah,
and put
that's
it
the
wide.
thing is like, and you can even throw a flippier disc, and just because if you throw a flippier disc, it's gonna, in your brain, it's gonna force you to throw wider because you know it's flippy. So that's something you can do. Like I'll take a flippier disc. Since that first one, I kind of pulled it a little bit too early. And it kind of turns like that. I mean, that's still gonna be good. So you see how the flippier disc kind of made me throw a little wider in my head. So yeah, here's where my sidearm landed. I made sure to avoid the green, keeping my disc nice and high to make sure the green wasn't in play for my shot. Oh, too high on the putt. All right, hole 5 is 675 par 4. It's kind of like a landing strip hole where you got OB on both sides. So you really want to play your most consistent shot that's going to land you about 400 to 450 in the middle to set yourself up for an upshot. I'm going to go with the forehand. Carter's probably going to go with the flex shot down the right-hand side. It's really just a hole that you play to your strong suit and play whatever the highest percentage to land in the middle. Like I said, right around 450 feet. So I'm going to kind of aim at the OB with the hyzer, and just my disc's going to naturally fade off of the OB. So that should be good. Just kind of land right in the middle. Not really worried too much about distance on this one, just kind of get it in the middle. And the farther you throw it, the better, but it's really, you want to be just safe off the tee. Yeah, that's a money shot. So he's kind of going right at the FPO pin and kind of fading back. He's gonna have a probably nice soft putter or some nice controlled mid-range into the basket. I'll throw one more. I'll throw that shot too. We've been bombing my Raiders, so I'll keep the trend going. So yeah, I hit the left-hand side. Not bad. Look, I'm throwing his shot and he's throwing my shot. That's awesome. We're learning each other. Yeah, good shot. Yep, good shot, bud.
I have to do a flex shot though.
That's all right. This upshot's always gave me fits. It's kind of tough. It's kind of just pinches off by the basket. So you really got to throw a shot out wide over the OB and just kind of trust your disc to come back safe. So I'm gonna throw a lucid felon, super overstable, nice and high. And really, I'm just trying to get the line right here to get myself back in bounds up by the basket. There we go, that should be good. I hit the trees on the backside. I'm gonna try one more. But that was pretty much the line I want. You wanna throw it nice and high because these trees stick out, so it forces you to go wide, which when you're going that wide, you wanna make sure to go high so it gives it time to come back to the left. So there we go.
Yeah.
That's definitely the whole name of this game on this hole is just throwing it high to get that fade back left.
Be justice. And I'm gonna just try one down the middle.
There you go. I like that shot. As much as it's weird, I always like going over when you're going over safe land.
Yeah.
If you have the choice.
No
I mean,
chance
I know it's
of going
more
OB.
awkward with a tree, but if you have the opportunity, that's what I like to do. So I threw the backhand just like Carter did with the Raider, and I'm a little bit wider. He got caught up almost in the middle. It's a weird fairway. You either want to be on the right-hand side or on the left-hand side. The middle is, you just kind of got trees everywhere, and it's really a tough upshot. So I faded off left enough to where I have a pretty wide open hyzer that I'm gonna throw it harp. So I'm gonna kind of show you guys the difference between where Carter was and where I am and how much easier it is. So that's so much better, as you can see. Just kind of throw a nice soft hyzer with the harp. So that's the difference between being even 25 feet over there versus where I was. He threw a great shot, it's just a trickier upshot. So if you want to show this tree, you can kind of tell, they can kind of see that it sticks over the OB, so you really got to throw it pretty wide if you're going hyzer, which can get sketchy if you get a crosswind, a left to right crosswind's going to push you OB. All right, hole 6 is 339 foot par 3. It's kind of straight with a little bit of fade. This hole is kind of like an optical illusion. It looks like you want to fade way left, but you really just want to throw it dead straight. And if you do that, throw it about 330 feet dead straight, you'll have a inside the circle putt. So we're both going to throw the Lucidex Moonshine Special Agent, Carter's signature disc. So let's see who can get it closer. All right, that might be a little short, but it's up there putting probably. See what he's got. That looks solid. Looks good too. Short. I think you're good. And that OB looks like it's right there, but I think you're all right. I'm gonna try another one. Similar shot. Let's kind of try to throw it a little harder. It's a little uphill, so it plays a little further than 330. See, I'm like, oh, that's kind of fine for me. It looks like that's further than it is. It's probably only 30 feet. Is that a mid?
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of like that. So you don't have to throw it so hard, you know? Just kind of smooth it. There we go, I like that a lot. Yeah, the mid just lets you like you don't have to throw it so hard.
Yeah, just control it.
That's only 30 feet, I would say. It's not that far. Looks like I parked it with your disc there, bud. So I got him on the CTP. His is still safe, but I had to show him how to throw his own disc real quick. I'm just kidding.
Oh, that's so glidey. There.
There you go. See how it kind of looks like you want to go super far left, but if you just throw it dead straight, you have a 30-footer, you know? Looks like I know the disc I'm throwing on this hole.
Yeah.
Special Agent.
Thank you.
It's so weird playing this because normally it's like a ripping headwind. So you have to throw like a driver, and now it's calm, you can just throw a putter.
Yeah, it's weird.
All right, hole 7, 678 foot par 4. It's got a low ceiling. We got OB as well on both sides. And really the biggest variable on this hole is just getting out of the gap and hitting your angle right out of your hand to glide yourself into the fairway. We're gonna both throw my Lucid Raider, so it's gonna be a Raider off on this hole instead of like the last hole was an Agent off. So I'm really just trying to hit the angle here. I feel like Carter's got the better advantage, him being shorter, but it's all good. Yeah, I'm just really trying to hit this gap with a little bit of ante and kind of flex through the gap here. Oh, I guess you should be able to beat that. Oh, all right. I feel like it's 1-1. You won one, I won one. Unless you don't beat that, which you should be able to. There you go. That's how you throw it. That's money. Good shot.
Thanks.
You got me. All right, I'm gonna throw a real shot. That was a total shank. So that's better. Kind of what I was trying to do. Just throw it, flex it, and kind of fade back at the end. Huh? So that's kind of the ideal landing zone. Ooh. It's not super overstable, but it's just kind of like straight distance. See the hyzer a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, that is so nice.
See how it like just goes straight and then fades?
Yeah.
It's nice.
So
it's not like flippy, but it's not overstable either.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sadly, this is my my shot. I threw it about 80 feet off the tee. He threw it about 480, so he got me.
Oh, get that up.
Oh yeah, you're good now.
Good thing my disc skips.
Your disc is skippy. Your footer's skippy. Huh? So I landed a little bit on the right-hand side. Carter was on the left, and it's great to be safe on this hole. But if you want, ideal is kind of a little bit on the right. It opens up the second shot a little bit, but just being nitpicky. So yeah, it should be all right. 20-footer. That should hit the base. There we go.
Oh.
Based it. Called the base for it. Nice. There you go. Yeah, this hole's pretty routine. If you throw a good drive and don't hit first available like I did, then you'll be have a chance at 3.
Okay, we're at hole number 8, or 994 feet. It's pretty tight. There's water on the left once you get down there. So, like, I'm just gonna throw like straighter enforcer, just throw it kind of at that tree and kind of just land sort of flat. You don't really want to land it on too much hyzer or it might skip out of bounds. So this is one of the tighter ones, I would say.
Should be, don't skip. Depends how tight they mowed it. Did it skip?
That glided, might be a right to left.
Yeah. All right, so I throw a little different. I like to throw just a soft little putter or mid-range, just so I can make sure to keep it safe, because I'm just playing for a 4, and that's kind of my shot shape. So that's kind of what I'm going for, just a nice harp right in the middle like that. So that's kind of the shot I'm trying to replicate. So I'll throw one more. Just because if you notice, I'm following the fairway, so I'm following inbounds as long as possible. So that way I try to mitigate the fact that I can take a big number. So that's got to sit a little bit, but I'm still safe with an easy chance for a 4 from there.
Now I'm just gonna try hang it out more wide than it should land in bounds.
There you go. Good shot.
Nice.
Try the Carter Agent again. Oh, too high. Might be all right. Oh, it skipped. See, I didn't control the height. Downhill shots like that, it's super important to feel like you're throwing down, so that way it doesn't give it time to glide OB like that putter did. So I make the mistake, but I won't make it again, I'll tell you that much. All right, so I'm gonna kind of throw at that dead tree with a little bit of ante, and there's a lake down there, so I'm gonna be gliding over the lake and then fading back into the sweet spot to give myself probably a 200-foot upshot to the bucket. Oh, I pulled that thing. That was bad. I'm gonna try one more. Keep pulling that disc like I missed putt to the orange one. I'm pulling that one to the left. All right, so I'm gonna throw that same shot. I'm just gonna try to hit my line a little better this time. Yeah, that should be a lot better. It doesn't skip too much. But yeah, that should put me in a spot where I should be able to get up and down with the putter.
Come back.
Should be all right. All right, so I hit this tree and kind of faded back in bounds. So it's got a little bit trickier of a shot than I normally do, but it's good to practice the out of position shots sometimes. So I'm just gonna throw a felon, kind of try to rip it right past the FPO basket and get a skip straight. Just like that, that's gonna be great. Yeah, so that should be a 30-footer for bird.
That is OB.
I made it. Oh. All right, hole 9 is a 719-foot par 4, kind of a signature hole out here at Emporia Country Club. You're gonna throw a shot that kind of hyzer flips or a forehand that kind of lands just right of the sidewalk. It gives you an angle around the corner, kind of like almost like a fish hook hole type thing. And yeah, you really just want to land probably 20 feet right of the sidewalk is a good landing zone. I'm gonna go with the forehand. So I threw it pretty high, but I got away with it. Should be in a decent spot now. There you go. Good shot. See, Carter's a little bit more on the left-hand side, which is a better spot to be. So as you guys can see, Carter threw it a little bit further left towards the sidewalk, so it kind of opens up the Annie angle around the corner. So he's pretty much in the perfect spot right here. Yeah. Good shot, bud. And so I'm gonna be a little bit further right with a more of a pinched off angle probably.
Here.
Oh, I guess not. I thought it was gonna be more on the edge up there. All right, so here's my drive. I kind of thought I faded a little bit further towards the bushes, and if I would have, then it would be a kind of a chopped off angle, but I happened to throw it far enough to where I got past the corner here. And so now you're just kind of trying to throw like a smooth Annie kind of just into that gap of trees here.
Yeah.
Something like that, maybe a little 20, 30 footer.
Do you see yours?
I don't know. Oh, I'm right here, yeah. You can go ahead. I almost stepped on it, it's invisible.
Oh. Yeah.
There you go. Oh. So yeah, this is kind of where the collection of a lot of people land, is kind of where Carter landed. So just like I told Carter a couple holes ago, I kind of want to take some putts from this mouth, because this is where a lot of the upshots land, about 30 short or so. There's the orange one not going in again. I got your putter. I think I grabbed your putter. All right guys, thanks for watching the front 9 on Dynamic Disc channel. Be sure to head over to Gatekeeper for the back 9.